Good evening, and once again it's my pleasure to invite you to sit back and enjoy what is quite a spectacular match of the day. Our first game is the meeting of the Merseyside giants, Everton and Liverpool, both unbeaten in the league this season. And that's followed by a high-scoring game at Molineux where Wolves met Manchester United and provided an entry or two for our October Goal of the Month competition. That's coming up later, but let's straight away join a frenzied 53,000 crowd and John Motson at Goodison Park.
And two new captains, Ken Dalglish and Martin Dobson, lead out the sides for the 119th Merseyside derby in the Football League. Goodison absolutely packed. 54,000 is the limit on the crowd, and those Everton supporters have waited 7 years to see their team beat Liverpool. The last victory they had was in 1971, and to those people it seemed like a lifetime. Now under Gordon Lee, they're unbeaten as well. They've survived longer in Europe than Liverpool. Will the tide turn today? But the Liverpool supporters, fed on so much success, can point to a league record where their team have scored 35 goals already in 11 league matches and dropped only 1 point. And they also know that in the last 15 Merseyside derbies, Liverpool have had 8 wins and 7 draws. Well, the crowd have just heard today's team news, and Everton are missing one very important player. No Mike Lyons, who's normally the captain. So at number 4, Roger Kenyon plays his first league match of the season after much injury. Trevor Ross also had a calf strain, so he's substitute, and Jeff Nolte continues in midfield. Nolte, one of 4 players on that team sheet, playing in his first Merseyside derby. The others are Colin Todd at number 2, young Billy Wright at number 5, and at number 10, Mick Walsh. Bob Paisley has been involved in Merseyside derbies as player, coach and manager for over 30 years. And the face of experience is one which means so much on a day like this. The team he's picked today is the successful unchanged side, which means no place for Hughes and no place for McDermott, who's on the bench. So Liverpool have 2 players tasting the atmosphere of this special occasion for the first time. Alan Kennedy at number 3 and Graham Souness at number 11. At number 10 there, David Johnson, who has the distinction of having scored the winning goal for both sides in his career in a Merseyside derby. And at number 9, Steve Highway, who's passed a fitness test, playing his 300th league match for Liverpool. And Mick Lyons, who's an Evertonian through and through, has been all his life so bitterly disappointed to miss this important match. So Pat Partridge, England's World Cup referee in Argentina, takes charge today. He was the referee when Liverpool lost the League Cup final replay to Nottingham Forest by a penalty last season. Gordon Lee takes his seat, knowing what a win would do today for his reputation as the Everton manager. So Liverpool in red, kick-off, playing from the right. Not just the match of the day, but on paper, the match of the season. Everton, blue shirts and white shorts. Latchford getting up with Hansen. Here's Walsh. Thomas has gone wide. Nolte's in the box as well. Latchford came near post. That's the ball that Everton love to play. And Bob Latchford always looks for Dave Thomas to get the ball into the near post. A move that Everton thrive on and get so many goals from. And Thomas can bend them in as well as any winger in the country. Trevor Ross the sub on Gordon Lee's right. Case. Nolte. Latchford again the target. Did well there, Todd. Nice play, Nolte. Dobson, good step from Everton. This is Andy King. Todd, back again to King. King in again. Dobson, King. What a scramble. Latchford's shot, well stopped. And away by Hansen. King got the ball in, but Clement saved from Latchford. Terry McDermott in the goalkeeper's jersey on the right, the substitute. And on Bob Paisley's other side, Joe Fagan. And now Ray Kennedy. Johnson's made a run through the inside left channel. Here's Highway. Alan Kennedy. Johnson, nice turn, Dalglish. Johnson again. Souness in the middle this time, being joined by Case. Ray Kennedy. Souness, nicely away from Andy King. Oh, good try. Souness feels it was deflected. The referee says not. It was a nice approach to that shot by Souness. He just moved to one side of his midfield marker, Andy King, and made space for the shot. This sun's going to be quite a problem for the Liverpool defence in the first half. See the shadows being cast there on the pitch. Hansen covering for Thompson. And again, Pajic that was, looking for Latchford. Oh, my word! Oh! Clements gets a let-off, and so do Liverpool. He had to wait for an agonising moment when he turned round to see if it was going in. Bob Latchford found them square, got a header in, and for Everton it trickled agonisingly away. Thomas, Walsh, good first-time ball that. Dobson couldn't quite take it in his stride. Case for Liverpool. Highway has switched wings. And the corner. So 20 minutes gone, 0-0. Liverpool have a corner. Souness. It's going to come to Alan Kennedy. Interesting that Colin Todd is playing right back for Everton early in his days here, because he was, of course, a right back for England when he won his first cap, and also played there for Derby when Dave Mackay was still there in the team. Fields for handball against Highway. Players waved on. Oh, Johnson's coming in and beautifully taken by Wood. What a clean piece of goalkeeping. Johnson was homing in on that cross. Souness. There's Thomas. Number 10, Walsh. Walsh again, against Phil Thompson. Walsh earns the corner for Everton. Dobson! Oh, Clements got a hand to it, did he? Dobson's header, without a doubt. Kenyon for Everton. Foul by Johnson, who claims he took the ball, but Pat Partridge knows full well he took the man as well. Still Everton looking the more dangerous side. It's going to come to Nolte. Nolte's shot going away, but the nearest Everton came in that period of pressure was the Dobson header, which Clement somehow clawed out. Sorts of waving going on those benches because the coach is as keyed up as the players and supporters. It's because there's so much tension in these games that we haven't seen a clear pattern defined yet. Gordon Lee, the Everton manager, just jazzing there, second from the right. Everton have perhaps made the better openings, but still a very tight match. Case. Oh, Thomas was high. But he got the worst of it. And Pat Partridge going across to have a word and maybe show the card. Jimmy Case on the far side has been tangling with Dave Thomas, and he caught him high there. So Case gets the card. Pat Partridge blows for half-time. Everton may feel they had the better of the half. There were nearer things at the Liverpool end, one or two scares Clement's called upon rather more often than would. But as so often happens in derby games, one side cancelling out the other, and no score at half-time. Well, Goodison Park, one of the most famous grounds in football, a true hall of memories, and Everton celebrating their centenary this year. Formed in 1878, and perhaps the biggest compliment you could pay this club is that since the Football League started, that's 90 years ago, in 1888, Everton have only been out of the First Division in 4 seasons in those 90 years. Floodlights on to compete with the sun at the beginning of the second half. Everton playing now from the right in the white shorts. Dobson, Thomas. Case, Thomas again though. Walsh. Nicely done. Oh, Nolte! If he'd made contact, it would surely have been a goal. Everton got a man over on the far post. The cross was good. Nolte went full length and didn't quite make it. Clements, I don't think, could have done much about that if Nolte got his head to the ball. Billy Wright. Well, Everton certainly playing a lot better than they did in the Merseyside derby here last year when they lost 1-0 and didn't perhaps compete as well as they might have done. Certainly competing today. And Liverpool have got a job on their hands. Here's Thomas. Walsh, Thomas again. Nicely around, Latchford's coming forward. Hansen checked him well. Johnson. Linesman's flagging that the ball was out. Johnson not so sure. Pajic. Everton's turn in the second half to face the sun. That's Hansen to Thompson. And Hansen was caught there by the boot of Mick Walsh when he played the ball. And Neil has had a go at Walsh off the ball. Well, I don't think Pat Partridge saw that. He was following the play. It's died down now. Todd. The referee, in fact, does know that something went on there, and it's a good piece of refereeing this. Pat Partridge, at the corner of his eyes, knew something had happened. He's going to ask the linesman. Well, I had a fairly good view of that, and Mickey Walsh went in late on Hansen, and Neil then had a go at Walsh. That's the sequence of events. Pat Partridge sensibly checking with the linesman, and I should think it's going to be Neil and Walsh he'll speak to. Good teamwork there between referee and linesman, because the incident has now been sorted out. Would have gone unnoticed by many. Free kick, and there have been many of those. In fact, we counted 30 free kicks, I think, in the first half alone, 15 to each side. Not all for fouls, incidentally. There were some offsides as well in that. But it has been, at times, a fairly scrappy match. Dalglish, Johnson, but that pass awkward for Highway. Ball was out of play. Here's King. Thomas. Pajic. Again, plenty of blue shirts forward here. Thomas. Three waiting on the far post. Dobson is in there. It's going to fall for Andy King. Oh, yes, he's got it. Andy King has scored. And Everton have taken the lead with a typical King goal. And Goodison Park goes absolutely mad. Would you believe it? It was a volley that he put away so well in the top corner. And with 58 minutes gone, the stalemate is broken and King brings the derby to life. And their reception for that goal speaks volumes. Johnson. And it's put out by Kenyon, but I've not seen Goodison like this for a long, long time. The fans giving Everton all they've got now after so much criticism of their style in recent weeks. An hour gone. Dobson. This is Pajic. Here's King. Andy King, who comes from Luton, a southerner, has suddenly started a war here, in the best sense of the word. A war of two tremendous football teams, and Everton have edged ahead. Pace. Phil Neal, space here, offside Dalglish. Offside the first time, not then. Oh, and he's got his foot up slightly on George Wood, who doesn't seem to object too much to that. It was an accident. Do you remember the semi-final back in '77 when Everton drew 2-2 with Liverpool and thought they'd won and had a goal disallowed 3 minutes from the end? They still talk about that here. Well, maybe now a chance for revenge, who knows? 1-0, Walsh. Thomas. Walsh got trodden on when the ball had gone by Souness. Neil was in there as well. Dobson trying to cool them down and say, look, we've got the goal lead this time. Pajic to Thomas. Pace's tackle. No Emlyn Hughes to urge Liverpool back into the match today. But it's experience they've got to turn to now. Pajic. Johnson shoved him off, and Dalglish failed to control it. Hansen. Ray Kennedy, Dalglish and Billy Wright. Oh, Alan Kennedy, deflection, the flag's up, offside's been given. The flag's up on the far side. Johnson thinks he scored, and it's not been given. And Liverpool protest, but the flag was up before Johnson put the ball in the net. And somebody on the Liverpool side was in an offside position when that ball skidded across the area in the first place. Johnson thought he'd scored, but the goal is disallowed. Now then, what a strange thing when you think about the disallowed goal in the semi-final 2 years ago. Then Everton were moaning, now it's Liverpool's turn, and the score is still 1-0 to Everton. Terry McDermott waiting to come on. Oh, mistake, and Latchford's nearly in. Thomas might be in. Still Thomas. Oh, off the line by Alan Hansen, was it? Yes. Thomas holds his head because that would have put it beyond any doubt at all. He beat the goalkeeper, and big Alan Hansen was on the line to keep Liverpool in the match. Ray Kennedy to Alan Kennedy. Again, they're trying to feed Dalglish, but again, Everton shadowing him everywhere. It was Ray Kennedy, it came off Nolte to Thomas, now McDermott. Ray Kennedy! Oh! Shaved the post. Right foot as well. Was on by Walsh. That's it! Everton have beaten Liverpool. Andy King, the scorer. 7 is his number, and 7 years it is since this last happened. Celebrations by the Evertonians. And emotion all round. Bob Paisley, who's seen everything in football, accepts the defeat, but King stays to salute the crowd. Liverpool's run of 23 league games unbeaten is over, and all round Everton have laid the Liverpool bogey at last.
You're superstitious, Andy. It's been 7 years, you're number 7, the winning goal.
No, I'm not. I just couldn't have dreamed about it, you know. It is beyond a dream.
You're not even a Liverpudlian, you're from down south.
I'm from down south, but I'm one tonight, don't we? I'll be out celebrating with them tonight.
What's the atmosphere like in the dressing room?
Magnificent. You can imagine it, you know. It's all celebration, champagne. I think I've had a few too many already.
It's very hard to explain really how I feel, apart from the fact that I might have a drink tonight. That might be the right thing. But delightful in every way. It was sweet. The supporters have enjoyed it. The players, we played magnificently. I mean, Liverpool are a great side. They're well run. They've won things, you know. They've won the European Cup. They've won the Championship. And they're a great side. So I'm delighted to have beaten today, you know.
Oh, I'm sick as a parrot. It's been 7 years now, and we've not lost a game. And today, I feel really sick, you know. There's no other word for it. I've got a few knocks today, more than I usually get, but it's just my pride what's been here today.
But the thing I like about about Merseyside is that, for me, today is what football is all about, you know. I'm sure that Liverpool will be disappointed and Everton will be happy. But, you know, when you see sort of like I came to the game today, and I saw a fella walking to the match with two young boys. One had a blue scarf on and one had a red scarf. And if that, you know, for me, that's what life is all about, and people, and it's great. And I wouldn't swap for anything in the world. I'm sure Bob Paisley, you know, feels the same.
The lads were tremendous. They've done everything right. You know, we're unlucky not to get a couple more goals. You know, and now I know that the Liverpool players are feeling now the way that I felt for the last few years. And so really, I've got no pity for them at all, because I've felt this, and the lads have felt this for the last few years at all. And anyway, it's great anyway. Yeah, can't say anymore.
I will just refer to the fact that Liverpool got the ball in the net and it was disallowed, and in fairness to their fans, who must all be feeling sick as parrots tonight, let's have a look at what happened actually when David Johnson got it home. And it was a deflection, as you'll see now. Kenny Dalglish was onside when he received that ball. Johnson, bottom right of the picture there, and it's Kennedy shoots and it's deflected off Nolte. And the rule is quite clear this year. David Johnson actually ends up getting it in the net, but the law has changed, and last year the referee might have exercised discretion and given that one way or the other. This year he has no alternative. That was offside, and the decision was absolutely correct. It brings up just a little bit of a talking point. People are writing to say, well, if that's the law now, what's the use of a forward stealing in when a defender passes back? If he gets the ball, will it be allowed as a goal? Well, it will be. That's a different circumstance altogether.
The staffs of these two famous clubs convinced their squads are good enough to be higher placed in the league. But a clear-cut win is so important to both sides today for very different reasons. United to keep within realistic reach of the championship itself, Wolves because it's vital to escape from the feeling that each match is a minor crisis. Wolves so far this season have played no less than 19 players, and this afternoon manager Sammy Chung continues to search for his best side. The Scottish international Willie Carr is back in the midfield. Bill Rafferty gets the striker's job, and with Peter Daniel going to fullback in place of the injured Palmer, Martin Patching plays at number 4. It's perhaps worth sparing a thought this afternoon for John McCall, 14 years a Wolves player, and a little unlucky to have his testimonial year when Wolves are having a difficult time. Less than 5,000 attended his testimonial match recently, and is hoped to be better supported at a number of special events still to be held in the town. Manchester United also make changes from the side beaten at home by Bristol City last week. Jimmy Nicholl replaces Albiston at number 2, and Brian Greenhoff, recovered from injury, makes a welcome return at number 4. But the happiest player in the United side today is Scottish international Joe Jordan. He became a father yesterday for the first time, a daughter who'll be named Lucy. The referee, Tony Glasson of Salisbury, and it will be Manchester United to kick off. Wolves, in their recent matches in good form at home, they've won 3 of the last 4. That's John McCall. Daly. Steve Daly. Watching in black and white, Manchester United in the white shorts, playing from right to left. Brian Greenhoff for the throw. Koppel leaving it for Jimmy Greenhoff. Willie Carr. Buchan leaving that for Nicholl. Bit of a chancy back pass, and right underneath Mel Eves' foot. Stuart Houston. McQueen. Forced to carry the ball. The players up front all marked. Been harried by Eves, but he was fouled as well. And McQueen signalling for the stretcher before the referee got there, for the trainer rather. The challenge seemed fairly innocent. He was being harried by Eves, but as soon as he went down, he seemed to realise he was in bad trouble. And Grimes comes on to play in midfield, and this means a reshuffle for Manchester United. That won't be as bad as it would be for both sides in these circumstances. Brian Greenhoff, number 4, an experienced centre-back, where he has played for England in that position. He surely will drop back alongside Buchan in McQueen's place. And number 12, Ashley Grimes, assuming his usual role on the left-hand side of the midfield. Buchan, he was being held. Greenhoff. Nicholl. Macari. Call. In all the years John McCall has been at Wolves, he's never scored a goal in the Football League. Greenhoff. And Nicol beat him now, number 11, McElroy. Buchan. Macari kept it in. It's Grimes, beaten by Brazier. Matching in the way, Jimmy Greenhoff. Well, space for the shot. Reflected 1-0. And that's the way it goes when you're struggling. 22 minutes gone. Greenhoff found himself with the space then, but the deflection by Daniel gave the goalkeeper no hope at all. So, Manchester United lead 1-0. Sad because he'd been having such a good game. The deflection left the goalkeeper absolutely stranded. And that does Sammy Chung, the Wolves manager, will be reflecting, when you are in trouble, everything seems to go against you. Brian Greenhoff. Jimmy Greenhoff. Macari. Grimes. On for Jordan. Hibbert with him. Hibbert thought that Jordan put it out of play, the linesman didn't. So, Houston's throw. Pushing. Macari. McCall. Carr. Nicol. Greenhoff. McCall. Houston. It was Jordan. Greenhoff is free. What a goal! The hesitation was there. The ball was put through to Greenhoff. He was in behind the defender like a flash, and what a finish. Gary Pearce, for the second time in the match, hadn't a hope. 29 minutes gone, Wolves 0, Manchester United 2. Daniel. Leaves, now Hibbert. Steve Daly. Buchan. John McCall powering forward. That's Carr to Parkin. The Manchester United supporters in the background taunting Wolverhampton Wanderers. 2-0, 2-0 the cry. And Greenhoff's got them both. It's Nicol. McElroy. Parkin to McCall. Colin Brazier. Eves. Houston. Daniel. McElroy to Jimmy Greenhoff, not laid properly. Parkin. Hibbert. Daly. Good run by Hibbert. It's in, 2-1. And the luck has turned slightly for Wolves. brilliant interchange between Daly and Hibbert. Hibbert played the ball, Daly quickly on for Hibbert. Brilliant run by Hibbert, and the goalkeeper, it went under him. He got his hand to it, but his hand turned it back in the net. So, 31 minutes gone, and Wolves pull one back. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Manchester United 2. Kick to be taken again. I think there's a word of sympathy there for goalkeeper Paddy Roach from one or two of the defenders. He got his hand to the ball. It was slightly under his body, but his hand not strong enough to hold the shot. It was powerfully struck, and it turned it back into the net. It was just the sort of reviver Wolves needed. Daniel to Patrick. Hibbert. Daly. Parkin. And Eves' arm was up surely, but the referee hasn't whistled, has he? No, he's waving play on. I'm sure Mel Eves' arm was up in the air then, trying to handle the ball. Koppel. Greenhoff. Koppel again. And the whistle's gone, just outside the area. Second United player with a shoulder knock. The news of Gordon McQueen is that he's got a badly torn shoulder muscle. Obstruction given, apparently. It's just inside the box. They can't score direct. Laid back for Houston. He really got hold of that. All the power was there. But Gary Pearce right behind it and took it very cleanly. Nickel. Now Hibbert. Koppel. Macari. Parkin. It's Koppel. Greenhoff. He was really going to enjoy that. He really set himself up to tank it. Daly. Beaten by Nickel. That's Parkin. Number 10 Eves. Hibbert. Jimmy Greenhoff getting through a tremendous amount of work. He's really playing with enthusiasm. Houston. Brazier. Hibbert. Parkin. Daly. Nickel covering, and Daly still battling through. Well, that was a remarkable piece of football and persistence by Steve Daly. He kept going, he finally blocked his way through, and the shot was hard. McCall. It's Carr. Parkin. Parkin beaten by Koppel. McCall to Parkin again. McCall. Off. McElroy. Forced to check back. Koppel. McCall in the way. Carr. Rick Parkin. Nearly a minute now of injury time played in the first half. Good turn by McElroy. McCall in the way. Now Brian Greenhoff. 3-1. Well, some sloppy play in defence, really, originally. But in the end, when the ball came back to Brian Greenhoff, it was stuck away with supreme authority and confidence. 46.5 minutes gone in the watch, and Wolves back in deep trouble. Centre forward Bill Rafferty put the ball down on the spot then in disgust. He really thumped it down. And there's the half-time whistle, and that was a real blow to Wolves, who'd fought back so well. Jimmy Greenhoff, 2 for Manchester United. I'm sure he'll claim the first one. It was deflected by a defender. His brother Brian Greenhoff got the other one just seconds ago. And the Wolves goal scored by their captain, Kenny Hibbert. Marvellously entertaining first half of the Sunshine. Wolves 1, Manchester United 3. In Wolverhampton in recent years, they've been recalling rather ruefully the great sides of the past, but the management here looking ahead, and that giant crane signals the start of the rebuilding of this famous old ground. And in a few years, this is what it will look like. A multi-million-pound project, and it really is difficult to believe that this current stadium will one day look like this. Gordon McQueen on his way to the bench has confirmed he's got a very badly torn shoulder muscle. In the 70 previous meetings so far between these two sides in the league, only 5 have been goalless, so they've well lived up to their past performances. And in fact, in those 70 previous matches, some statistician has worked out that the goals scored in the matches have worked out at 3.31. Sammy Chung just going into the manager's box. Matching. Linesman's flags waving. Free kick to Wolves. Peter Daniel. Brazier's been pushed forward. That's Brazier. Rafferty. Ah, is it a penalty? And the referee says no. And Rafferty gets up in anger, but the referee immediately shook his head. And the Wolves players are still looking at the referee, and somebody has said something to him. Is it Macari? What's happened? Well, there was something off the ball if it's a Manchester United player, but I thought it wasn't. He's calling one of the Wolves players to him, and I suspect it was something that was said. It's Kenny Hibbert, the captain, and he's clearly going to be booked. Well, the Wolves players incensed about the referee's failure to give a penalty there. The crowd getting very restive as well. But it's quite obvious that an awful lot of people clearly thought that was a penalty. Grimes. Good run, he's got pace. Now McElroy. Duncan coming to help from the back. Woollycock. McElroy. And Jordan. No. It was offside. No. The flag stayed down. And there's a near riot going on. I thought the flag had gone up. So did the Wolves players. There was a defender wide. Jordan played to the whistle, flicked it over the goalkeeper's head, and the goal stands. 8 minutes gone. In the second half, the referee rightly checking with the linesman. The linesman kept the flag down, and I believe it was because a defender had stayed wide. There was a defender who was possibly not in the picture, very wide there, and I think that was the reason. Having just been refused a penalty at one end, they find themselves down by 3 goals now to what was, to say the least, a controversial decision. I thought I caught sight out of the corner of my eye, a defender wide, and I assume that's why the linesman kept the flag down. Peter Daniel. Eves. Rafferty. Eves. Right, Dickel rather. It's Hibbert. Brian Greenhoff. McCall. Foul by Brian Greenhoff, and Brian Greenhoff goes in the book. Steve Daly. Perhaps entering a plea on Brian Greenhoff's behalf, but the name's in the book. Hibbert to Carr, Hibbert again, Nicol. Rafferty, now number 11, Daly. What a goal, a magnificent goal! And the drama just goes on and on. Daly then, with all the neatness is displayed throughout the match, pulled the ball, struck it beautifully with the other foot, and Roach was left grasping thin air. 66 minutes in this remarkable match. Wolves 2, Manchester United 4. Roach still wondering what happened. Well, that was a gem. And so unexpected. Daniel. Corner. The crowd giving Wolves the encouragement they need, perhaps scenting another revival. Goal kick. Brazier. It's Jordan. Parkin. McElroy. Jimmy Greenhoff. Jordan. Jimmy Greenhoff again. McCall. Good play by the centre-back, but he only found Nicol. Parkin in. Nicol. Grimes. So he found Jimmy Greenhoff. Macari. Grimes. Number 7, Koppel. Chance. Saved at point-blank range by the goalkeeper. Just threw himself at the ball. He'd no time to do anything else. And Wolves escape. It's Koppel. And Brazier off the line. So Koppel robbed twice in about 10-15 seconds. Looping over the goalkeeper's head, and Brazier off the line. That's it. An astonishing match. With spectacular goals, controversy as well, comes to an end. Steve Daly, for me, the man of the match, scorer of one of the goals, but on the losing side. So the final score, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Manchester United 4. A really colourful and exciting match, full of entertainment, and there's plenty to argue about as well.
Well, that victory keeps Manchester United in 6th place, although they're now level on points with Manchester City. And they today were held 2-2 at home by West Bromwich Albion, the team 1 point above them. Nottingham Forest also drew 0-0 at Southampton, so Forest and Everton are now the only unbeaten teams in the league. We took the opportunity to record what I'm sure is an historic and unique presentation by Gordon Lee.
Go on, Gordon, make the presentation. To England's future centre-back player. Brilliant player. I think he will become one of England's regular players. I think he's got enough courage and ability to wear a little bit of an Everton tie today. He's a great lad.
Thanks very much, Gordon. It's the only thing you've given us today. Thanks a lot.